Hello everyone, my name is Akash Savan and I welcome all of you on behalf of Vidyalankar classes in this particular lecture. Now in this lecture students, we are going to start a very important topic from the subject of elements of machine design, which is for third year diploma student from the mechanical branch. The topic that we are going to start is general design procedure, and I have already written the question for you people, that is steps involved in general design procedure. Now students, when we talk about general design procedure, it is a topic in which each and every machine has to follow this particular step. It might be a very complicated machine or it might be a very simple machine, but every design procedure has to follow the same step while designing a particular machine. So let's take a hypothetical situation. Suppose if I'm a client and if I'm coming to you people and you people are engineers, right? If I'm asking you to build something for me, right, then the first question that you're going to ask me is, so what is the kind of machine or what is the purpose of machine that you want to fulfill, right? So as we can see, the first thing that any design procedure should consider is the need, or we can also see the purpose of the machine or the problem that machine is going to solve. So always the first thing in any kind of design procedure is understanding the need or purpose of that machine. The second, so for example, if I told you I wanted a machine which can compress air, which can compress air, that means you are going to suggest me a machine which is nothing but a compressor. Now when we talk about compressor, there are two different mechanisms which we can use to compress air. One is a reciprocating mechanism, other is a rotary mechanism, right? So the second step is deciding which mechanism should we use in order to create that particular machine. Now once we have decided the mechanism, the third step involves doing certain analysis of forces. Why? Because when I tell you people that I want to build a compressor, you will also ask me a question, so how much amount of pressure do you want to create on that particular compressed air? So in order, for example, if I say I want to create 50 Pascal pressure, then you need to design the particular machine or the forces should be in such a manner that the pressure of 50 Pascal is been created. So the third steps involved in the design procedure is nothing but doing analysis of force. Now once we are done with the analysis of force, the next very important step is selecting the material which can sustain the level of forces which we are going to exert on that particular components of machine. So the fourth step is selecting the material, right? Now once we have selected the material, depending upon the strength of that material, we also need to understand how to design different elements of that particular machine. Now when I talk about the word design of different elements, what I'm actually talking about getting the dimensions of each and every components in that machine, right? So the next step is designing of element. So once we have the design of element, that is the dimensions of different components which we are going to use in the machine, we'll also think about trying to modify certain parameters, because the prototype which we are going to build on this particular design may not be a complete or the final prototype. It might show certain failures or certain drawbacks which we may rectify and create a new design. So the next step after designing of machine element is modification. So students will keep on doing the modification of machine unless and until we get the desired result which has been recommended or requested by the client. So once we have the final design with us, what we'll do is after doing certain modification, the next step is to draw a detailed drawing, or we can say to create a detailed drawing of the design. Whatever design we have created in this step needs to be drawn in a detailed way so that we can translate the information to the other people in the other department. Finally, once we have the complete drawing, the detailed drawing with us, what we are going to do is we are going to give this particular drawing to the other department, which might be either manufacturing department or it can be a production department. So the final step has to be production. Now this way, By following these 8 steps, our design procedure gets completed. So first we need to identify the need for machine, understand the different mechanisms that we can use, do the certain analysis of forces depending upon the requirement of client, select the material which can sustain those forces, then we'll design each and every component of that machine, that is get the dimensions for those elements. We'll do certain necessary modifications if required. Then finally, based on that, we'll create a detailed drawing which we can translate or give to other people so that they can understand the design. And this is lastly given to the production department so they can start the production. So students, this was the general steps involved in any design procedure. So I hope you had fun and you enjoyed the concept. Now we are starting the batches on this subject, that is design elements of machine design in Vidyalankar classes. So I humble request and urge you people to join Vidyalankar at your nearby centers. Thank you.